Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I wanted to show you something that should help you out a ton. You can see these sparkles all around my character, and it's because I have a buff that is going to give me 50% on average better quality of loot. It's not more loot, it's better quality of loot. So I'm going to go ahead and show you in this video what to do, how to do, and what it looks like. If you don't mind, smash that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing to the channel because yeah, I'm getting close to 100k and that's been my dream all along. So if you've never seen a Lianli inside of Ark, it's actually a really cool dino because it's a dino that you have to tame passively with honey. It does take a little bit of time and it can be a little frustrating because it can be, well, difficult to tame because it's got a weird aggressive tendency. But you can see its stats aren't all that great. They always seem to spawn in at level 5, and Lianlis actually, when you tame them, and you can see that when I've ridden him, you can see I've got a tamed timer remaining on him, and that tame timer allows me to give out a buff. Now that buff, when I put it on my character, you can see exactly how long it is. It's 21,599 seconds. It continues to repeat as long as this guy's here. And basically what that gives me is a 6-hour buff to whenever I open a drop inside of Ark. It's going to have sparkles on the drop, and it's going to be like a special custom drop. So you can see normal drops kind of fall down to the ground, and when they hit the ground, basically once you approach these drops, there's going to be sparkles, which increases the loot quality by about 50% on average. Now I've tested just about every part of Ark in order to figure if there's like a difference between cave drops, above ground drops, any kind of drop in general. No matter what, as long as you can see the little like sparkly buff once you're approaching any drop with this, like you can see the same sparkly buff on me, as long as you see that on the drop itself, you are good to go, and you will get a little bit of a sweet little bonus once you're actually picking that drop up. Sometimes you have to leave render range actually in order to grab it. I'm going to go ahead and leave it so I can't see the render range. We're going to see if I can get out of that render range. In general, that should be far enough. But there's also a little bit of a trick that you can do with this. If you're a buffed person, it counts as 2 different drops. So if I go ahead and pick up all but one item and then someone goes back and picks it up later, it's actually going to give you a double drop, but that's something that's used to a little bit of a glitch here. So normally speaking, you'd have a little bit of a, okay, see it on it? You can see that the actual drop has some sparkles on it. So that means it recognizes that I'm a Lianli user. And once you go up to it, you're going to have increased quality of loot, not quantity, but quality. So I'm going to go ahead and hit all of these just so you can see what we actually get inside of the loot crates. So that's pretty good right off the bat. That's an 85 megala saddle, not too bad. That's some good blueprints off of that. And again, it's not 100% that you're going to get something amazing every time, but I mean, there's a 126 Giganotosaurus saddle, and these are on official settings, by the way. So this is that's a really nice saddle. Technically, that's above cap unless they changed cap. I don't think they have. There's some really good flak BPs right there. That's an Ascendant shotgun BP. Let's go ahead and get this guy here. This is, yeah, that's some awesome loot. But yeah, so you can see how it's got like that sparkly buff on it. As long as it's got that sparkly buff on it, you are going to get exponentially better loot. Well, 50% better. Yeah, so that's just those drops right there, just so you can see. I open them in front of you. I thought I saw a blueprint. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm going crazy. No, I did. Okay, so that's a 786 Dura. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's not too bad. But basically, you have this buff for, 6 hours is what you're supposed to have it for. 21,492 seconds right now. It used to only be a quick time that you had it, but as long as you passive tame a Lianli, any drop that you go up to, let's just show you what it looks like. Is that one down yet? No, it's not down yet. But any drop that you go up to, it'll have those sparkles on it. That includes cave drops. That includes anything. The ocean drops. Every single drop in the game will have those little sparkles on it for you. And it's going to give you way, way better loot. Now, the best places to hit up for those drops are the Lost Faith caves. If you want to go to a Faith and Hope cave, they'll actually give you some really good loot out of those caves. I've been noticing that the loot inside of those 2 caves in particular has been absolutely freaking bonkers. Yeah, it's kind of, it's super nice. So I'm just going to show you that it applies to everything. You can see that as soon as it opens up, you can see that like little shiny sparkle color on it. and that means that I'm going to get a buff to that. So 50% better items. So yeah, it's a sweet little trick that you should definitely use. Lipleurodons are tamed in the ocean, not super hard to find. They seem to be pretty deep in the ocean. I find most of mine in the bottom left corner inside of this map. Especially specifically on the island, that bottom left corner kind of seems to be the one place that I will find them all the time. And as long as you have this buff on you, you will get it for 6 hours. So anything that you loot will be good. The only negative and the catch to it is if you die, you lose the buff. So yeah, kind of crappy if you die, but hopefully you don't do that. So other than that, hopefully this helps you out. And teach.